All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today we're going to be talking about the potential firing of 6,000 IRS agents. Welcome to PrepperNow. All right, friends, thanks so much for being here. You know what to do, hit the buttons and stuff. Hopefully I won't get a rando tag for climate something or other when there's completely unrelated to my video. If you watched the video from last night, had absolutely nothing to do with any kind of N to the you-know-what W to the you-know-what O. We don't talk about that kind of stuff because personally, it just, I don't know, we like to talk about intellectual stuff here. Things that are going on, actual things that you can do and prevent, and things that will actually affect you. Big conspiratorial things like that. Go to Subscribestar and Locals if you want to know my feelings on that, but I'm never going to share them here. So when you see those little tags on the bottom, that means that basically the algorithm is screwed up and because it's dumb and clunky. So anyway, let's talk about what's going on that will affect you. That is 6,000 employees this Thursday, supposedly going to be losing their job, according to the New York Times. It is expected to mainly impact the recent hires, okay? There's been a lot of things like that where they're going in and getting these probationary workers out of the way because there's a lot of them and they're under the window of a couple years of service, which means that getting rid of them is much more legally easy to do. A lot of these people have been hired in the last couple years under the Biden administration. And, for everybody getting mad that we're losing jobs, well, 41% of all the jobs created in the last 4 years were just government in some way, shape, or form. So quintessentially, and through the years, we have never operated with as many people in our government. Someone has to ask, if we've got all these extra workers, why aren't our services getting better? Why is it if you need to have an answer from one of our local bureaucracies or federal bureaucracies, why can't you ever get anyone on the phone? And that's because they're inefficient and they're paying people to literally just kind of sit there. So no love lost there. So tax filing season is coming up. People are getting prepared. We're doing our taxes. I'm sure you are too. People are hoping for their tax refunds, and they're saying it could potentially impact wait times for receiving tax refunds. I think that's a pretty good trade-off, to be honest with you. They're asking employees of the IRS by their managers to report to the office coming up so they can get everything going and get in with the materials and everything they're going to need. But honestly, the employees, well, I know there was this big push to add a lot of them, but now we're going in the opposite and what many people think is correct trajectory when it comes to these kind of employees. They have been wondering, 2 years ago, I think there was a bill that was passed where they're going to add like 80,000 or something like that, but the IRS currently has about 100,000 full-time employees. That is up from about 90,000 a year ago, so they've added 10,000. And they're looking to beef up the staff even further, of course, with post-Rona and everything out. There was long wait times and customer service delays. So they thought that hiring more people would be the answer. Of course, it never really is. They're saying that this is politicized, but a lot of people are quite happy. There's been talk about getting a dividend back from all of these savings from the Doge. Something like $5,000 I've heard is kicked around per taxpayer. We'll see and all that. I'm not going to hold my breath, but we are $36 trillion in debt with a growing deficit. I think anything that could help us of a fiscal nature, rein in that debt and deficit when we're paying $1.1 trillion in interest alone a year Anybody belly aching is obviously doing some pretty nasty stuff on the underbelly of things, and obviously doesn't want that to be known, and probably shouldn't be taken seriously. I want my tax dollars to go to good things. Waste, extra people that sit there in offices and don't do anything, not really interested in. Cutting our deficit and debt, I think that should be priority number one. Friends, if you like what we're doing here, hit the like button, subscribe and all that. Darken out the bell, get the notifications, and we will talk about actual things that are not of a conspiratorial nature, but just regular old stuff that's out there that will affect you. And the IRS sending us checks and everything and being a little bit more efficient with less people, I think that would affect us positively. God bless.